What's going on, guys? Welcome back to today's video. Now, this one I'm super excited about. We've been working with Adrenaline Off-Road Outfitters for a while now, trying to get this set up for you guys. But what we're doing, we're getting you guys a deal. So head on over to their website. There'll be a link down below. But when you spend over $100, you'll get $15 off that order. Bannock 15, and that will get you your discount. Alright, well, let's get to unboxing this stuff. So, right here, Adrenaline Off-Road. They're a Canadian company. Look at how nice this box is. Opening this up, you have user manual. Really cool. There's an app that we're going to show you guys in a bit. Of course, we get a sticker, their thank you card. That's pretty awesome. We're going to be hanging that in the shop. This is my first look at these lights and this kit. See, this will be the control box. We have 8 rock lights. 4 and 4, that's 8. And then, of course, there is mounting kits. So these come with isolators and hardware. So there's 8 of those. So they got ones that are curved if you're going to do on pipe or flat for flat surface. This is pretty much what you get out of this box. That is that. Now, my first impression. So you got it's cast aluminum, but really nice high quality. That, and then just a look at the light itself. One white diode there, and then the rest are color changing. We went with the 8 one. And for that, this is our Maverick. If you guys are new to the channel, 2021 Maverick Sport Xmr. We have a lot of content we've done on that. If you want to see more about it, check out our channel. There is a playlist on this unit. Watch this video first. Don't go away. What I was wanting to do is we're going to do all 4 corners, so all wheel wells. We're going to light up the suspension, the tires, and that leaves us with 4 more. If you guys saw this, you know that this has a light on it. The only issue is when you're playing music, it dances to the music. I do not like that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stick 2 rock lights up here. They're gonna be dome lights. And then I did want to mount one in the back on the center. I gotta worry about the exhaust. So that might not happen. I might do one up front, kind of light up the grill. I think that might look cool. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I could even do under, it's probably what I'll do. We'll see how much light we got, but I could probably put some under the dash just to give us, you know, some mood lighting. We're gonna make this thing stand out anyways. I'm gonna move this off the table and we're gonna go through the whip lights and then we'll get to installing. All right, here we go. So we got the whips out of the boxes. They come with a hardware kit, 2 carabiners, some wire clamps. Look at the quality of these. Billet aluminum, really super heavy duty. The light strip on them, wrapped all the way up. Now, I believe these are 3 foot. Check this out. If that doesn't scream quality, I don't know what you guys would be impressed. That is super awesome to me. I have a feeling, because we have this little lip left over on the roof, probably end up just sticking them right up top and make it look good there. I am going to get to work. Oh, one more thing. You got flags for the whips. Let's get in, yeah. Okay, so right now, I went ahead, I pulled out this center console deal. So the shifter is in this big open hole. If you look at the back, there is these little slots. Now, all you have to do to cut these out, I'm just using utility knife. Go through, there's already an outline. Just run the edge here, run these a bunch of times. Try not to go too much pressure, you'll end up cutting further than you want. This is all just surface. But yeah, just nice light passes, do that a bunch of time, and then that center piece will pop out. And then your rocker switches, they'll just go right in there, they'll fit. And then you just snap them down. I won't snap this one all the way. And then if you need to, just take a file, clean up that edge. But I'm gonna get these ones done. I'm gonna get the switches set up. All right, so we got our switch harness wired up. So on here, we have 7.5 amp fuse. It's the smallest one I had. This is very low draw, having these rock lights, the whip lights. They don't draw much, so we want to keep the fuse as small as possible. Ideally, you should go through, do out the wattage, take the wattage of your product, divide that by supply voltage. So either your 24 volt or your 12 volt. In this case, we're 12 volts. So take that, divide the wattage by your voltage. That'll give you an amperage output. So you want to know what your amperage is for the product, and then always put in a fuse that's just over what that is, or right at it, because you want these to pop. You don't want to have issues otherwise. Moving along, so we have our power. Try to get waterproof stuff. This one is it's rubber seal. They're not great. I do want to get a better one. I thought I had a better one, but that's what I got. White will be power. Black, we have ground. I have it simply wired up just to power the switches at this point. So you have the white wires in. Now these rock light switches, these are 20 amp capable. So this switch itself can run 20 amps through each switch. That's why we're not running a relay on these, because the switches can handle it. The black wire we have, that just that grounds out the light the switch has itself. So you see that little red slot there? There's a light. White is giving power, main power to the switches. And of course, it can share one wire coming in, because we can control power going out of the switch at this. So that just cleans it up. And if you do it this way, then it doesn't matter if you change out the products that you're gonna attach to these switches. You don't have to rewire the switch again. You just put whatever connector you want, power it, and send ground to whatever you're gonna add, and there you go. With this said, we have a rock light here, power and ground. So we're gonna run power from the switch to this, and then we're just gonna simply ground this out on the battery. Super, super simple. Where is this one? So this here, it's got a tiny little wire set, and you can kind of tell, like, this is not gonna pull much amperage, because look at the size of those wires. When you do wiring, you want to do simple. You want to make it really, really easy for yourself, and you don't want a whole bunch of wires. So the less wires you can use, the better. All right, well, it's now the next day. I ran out of time last night. It was getting super late. We got most of the lights done, but we finally finished all of our lights, starting with the front corner. You can see right there, we got one rock light. So we got one on this corner, we got one on this corner. We wanted to light up the grill, so this is what we did. See our wire runs there? Boom. We riveted these ones, just to make the hardware a lot less, visible. You can kind of see it, but we just paint penned over top of the rivets. From a distance, you can't tell. And yes, it does clearance the rad. You can push in there, it does not hit. Now, the reason on this, why we didn't isolate it, so where it mounts, like this is all on plastic, it's all vibration free for the most part, and or this is kind of an isolator of itself. With that being said, we didn't put one of those there. Everywhere else has them. We'll come in here, just show you guys here. So I drilled holes, we used the hardware in this little space. And we got one pointing down, the two up top. We got one on both sides. We got one on both rear corners. To show you guys this one. This was a fairly easy process. Kind of give yourself 4 to 6 hours. Here's the rear. Try and light that up as best as I can. So there's the module right there in the center of the screen for the rock lights. And we just have all the wires coming in, tied up. So when you're doing this, tie your wires as best as possible. Any sharp corners, use heater hose, use something, wrap those wires. It'll just save you a lot of trouble. Boom, rock lights are on. Whip lights are on. Well, I hope this is showing up on camera as good as it looks in here. But you can see the corners are lit up. Super good light. Here you can see inside the cab, lots of light. And then of course, the center one down there, just, make the pedals visible. That was kind of all my thoughts there. And it looks pretty good. Finally, we just have our rears. Really basic. I don't know how well the bottoms will stay clean, but we're ready to find out. And then last but not least, our big whip lights. Looking good. The whole unit looks killer. Okay, so now we'll get into the color changing stuff. So the first app is called LED lamp. use the ULR code that comes in this kit. We're just going to let this load. So now I have full control over the rock light. And then of course they have just your mild set, whatever you want. My favorite, we can go pure white. And you can change the color, you can make them dimmer. Really, whatever look you're going for, you can do with these. We'll go back to the coloring. So here's a fun one. I set it up with my two color choices, red and blue. Put it on flash mode. Now, of course, we have those. They got this kind of setup too. You can go on breeze or go jump. It's kind of cool. So we'll set this one back to green, solid. Now let's go to our other app. So for the whip lights, you need magic lantern. Same kind of setup, same kind of app, but you can go around as soon as it's connected. And of course, wheel in whatever color you want or do whatever flash combo you want. So there you guys go. We did the install of the Adrenaline Offroad rock lights and their whip lights. I am looking for whip light mounts that actually go to the roll bar, and then ones that I can change position. That is not going to be a forever spot. Mainly, it's hard to get in and out of the door. I have to pull them off, and for trails, they might not work. Now, if you guys are looking for rock lights, whip lights, wheel lights, any of that stuff, head on over, check out Adrenaline Offroad. You can find them on Google. I'll have their Instagram and their website linked in the description. We've partnered up to bring you guys a little bit of a discount. At checkout, use BANNOCK15 if you're wanting to spice up your ride. This is the way to do it. Like, check that out. This looks so good. Alright guys, well it's getting darker out here. It's just about 10 o'clock. But check out these lights. So we just got them on the nice green setting. But as it gets a little darker, kind of see how they're looking. Of course, we got the two in the back. We got two inside the cab on the roof. And then our one down below. Lots of brightness there. There's that front look. I'm going to try and film when it's super dark. I'm not sure how the exposure is going to look. Check that out. We'll get it all strobed up. Now, there's so many functions you can do with these. This is only a few. We could probably spend like 3 hours going through every single option. Super cool product. Yeah. I gotta get packed, so this is about as dark as we're gonna have for filming tonight. But thanks for watching this video. Definitely check out Adrenaline Offroad. Get yourself that % discount at checkout. BANNOCK15. Link below. See you next time. Check this out. We're gonna go brightness. That's off. A little bit all the way. That is bright.